So we are a formidable advertising agency, and we want to thank you again for the opportunity to work with your brand, and we hope that you like what we came up with. So how many of you would rather be sitting at home enjoying a homemade cocktail right now? I'm going to guess probably a good few of us. So while that was the direction that we decided to take for this brand campaign. The vast flavors that Perrier offers are perfect for making a variety of different cocktails and mocktails. Using the mixology on your website and targeting an older, more sophisticated market rather than the younger, fun crowd that you typically target, we were able to create this campaign by still maintaining your brand image and story. So the name of our advertising agency is Formidable, and just a little bit of background on us quick. The concept here is that there are 4 of us in this group, and the word formidable means inspiring respect through being impressively powerful or capable. We felt that this was a strong representation of the quality of work we produce as an agency. So we plan to earn the respect of companies that we work with and other agencies by executing powerful and successful advertising campaigns, starting with Perrier.
In order to create this campaign for Perrier, we did a lot of research. We investigated the current advertising as well as the current perceptions of the brand. It was extremely fascinating, and we learned a lot about Perrier and how we can help it grow with this campaign. In our research, we found that 55.7% of our sample was between the ages of 18 and 24, which is Perrier's current target. The second biggest segment, with 18.99% of our sample coming in here, was 45 to 54, which is what we decided to target. We decided to target this market because a large segment of customers is currently not being marketed to. Another key piece of information we learned was that the majority of survey respondents were female, at 88.61%. When we asked people what attracted them to sparkling water, the most common response was flavor. People were also attracted to sparkling water because of the hydration benefits it provides and the fact that it has no calories. Since flavor was a reason that people were persuaded to drink sparkling water, we decided to focus on flavors for this campaign. While doing a SWOT analysis, we also determined that we thought one of Perrier's greatest strengths was their mixology. We found that Perrier was not taking advantage of this in their advertising, and that we should explore that for our campaign.
So here you can see our creative strategy. So your typical target, like we mentioned before, was the younger hip generation. So we wanted to switch this up and open Perrier to some new eyes. So our target for this campaign was upper middle class, health-minded women and moms. So they are found within the Achievers Vows category. These women are the type to host cocktail parties for their friends, make drinks at home for the holidays, etc. For our message objectives, we went with unique selling proposition, demonstration, which you'll see in our TV commercial and Facebook story ad, and define brand image. The creative strategy statement is Perrier is versatile because of its variety of flavors. The versatility is expressed throughout our ads with the opportunity of using Perrier's many flavors to make cocktails instead of just drinking it plain. The tone we went with was sophisticated, friendly, inclusive, and exciting. So we wanted our print ads to emphasize the different flavors that Perrier offers and how they can be used to make successful cocktails and mocktails. Having an eye-catching and appealing image like the martini glass with splashing fresh fruit will draw in any viewer and lead them to read the body copy, which will provide them with both ingredients and a step-by-step recipe. What is useful about this concept is a magazine reader could easily take a picture or rip out the page that the advertisement is on and save it for later. There is also a QR code located at the bottom right corner that will lead you to the section of the Perrier website that provides further recipes. So here you can see that we did strawberry as one of our print ads, and it has a recipe using the strawberry sparkling water. And then we used lemon and peach for the other 2. And here they are mocked up in a magazine.
For our television ad, we wanted to create a sophisticated and exciting ad that would appeal to our target market of upper middle class moms. Our television ad focuses on the process of making Perrier's signature cocktail, the Berry Blast. Sound is the main feature of the ad, and an example of this is when the ice is put into the shaker, the audience hears the sound of the ice clinking, and when the drink is poured, the audience hears it pouring into a glass. Viewers are able to follow along and use the video as a recipe when making their own cocktails. The ad is fun, and if they choose to follow along, it gives viewers a memorable experience that they can associate with Perrier. Our keyframes towards the end of the ad, when you see the can of Perrier next or sitting in front of the cocktail, and then the camera zooms in on the Perrier logo. We chose this frame because it puts an emphasis on Perrier and the flavor of sparkling water that was used to create the drink. The ad ends with a black screen and the headline, "Endless Flavors, Endless Cocktails." This headline's used throughout our whole campaign, and the same font and color are used so that the ads are cohesive. Through the next few slides, you can see our script detailing everything I just went over, and also our completed storyboard, and then finally our final ad.
All right, so for social media, first we did Facebook, and this is an example of a dynamic ad that shows the close-ups of fruits that represent the different fruit flavors in the Perrier line that we feature throughout the campaign in different recipes. So first is the berry cocktail that's been featured in the TV ad as well as the print ad, and the nature of this dynamic ad is that the user will see one image first and then the sliver on the right of the next image, and they're able to swipe across their screen and see the other images. And the ice and the water splashes connect the different images to make them more cohesive, and it also connects to the print ads where the water splashes are coming out of the glasses, and it reminds the viewer of like a refreshing cold drink and the freshness of the fruit flavors. Again, we use the headline "Endless Flavors, Endless Cocktails," and the user is able to press learn more to be taken directly to Perrier's website, where they'll get the step-by-step breakdown of the recipe that they've selected, as well as easy access to the other recipes on Perrier's website. And the Perrier P is in that their logo green color on a black background to make it a little more cohesive with the rest of our campaign. The second Facebook ad is a Facebook Messenger ad. So on mobile, Facebook Messenger actually is its own app entirely, so it's structured a little bit differently, but this is an example of where the ad would be as you see it if you open up the Facebook Messenger app and you haven't opened up a conversation with anyone yet. This is kind of the landing page where you'll see it. Similar to the dynamic ad in a way, you can scroll horizontally to see different ads, but it's just one, you're scrolling between ads, not scrolling between multiple photos within the same ad the way the dynamic one was. But again, we're featuring that berry cocktail, the signature cocktail that we see throughout, the same Perrier P on the black background. The red of the strawberries really pops against the white background of not only the image, but also the app landing screen itself. So we keep that sort of minimalist, sophisticated feel, but give it some contrast that is eye-catching as people scroll through the app. And again, you can hit learn more and it'll take you directly to Perrier's website where you see this recipe, but also have easy access to all the other recipes on the website. So this is our Facebook story ad, and it's incorporating the same video footage that was used in our television ad, but placing it side by side in a collage format that's a little more friendly to mobile, because typically Facebook users are going to be viewing the stories on their mobile device, so it is going to be vertical, and it just Facebook stories are typically very quick. The attention span isn't like as long as a TV commercial per se, so we have it all laid out side by side, and it takes more of a demonstration approach as opposed to the previous Facebook ads where you click the button to learn more. This, and it gives you the recipe. This is sort of lays out the recipe step by step for you. But you can also swipe up to be taken to the Perrier website to see the written instructions. And the final clip includes a can of Perrier topping off the martini glass to reinforce like this flavor of Perrier is the like piece de resistance to this cocktail recipe. And also in Facebook, it's gonna tell you at the top that this is a Perrier Facebook story. Our second social media platform is Nextdoor, and Nextdoor is very similar to Facebook in its function, but it's for neighbors, people who are close proximity, live in the same neighborhood, same community, and they talk about things like yard sales, community events, and that sort of thing. So Nextdoor's average user is going to be homeowners typically, and there's a lot of overlap with Nextdoor's average user base and our target audience. So we thought it was logical to use this app, and then those users that don't fall directly into our target audience are just on the periphery sort of age-wise, so it's not a huge leap. Again, we see the Perrier P on the black background, that berry blast again, fresh strawberries and a water splash coherent with the rest of the social media and our print and TV ads so far. The Nextdoor interface is mostly white, so we've got those beautiful red strawberries to contrast on the white background and really pop out and catch people's eye while they're scrolling. And again, you can hit learn more. We see endless flavors, endless cocktails, followed by learn more. That takes you to Perrier's website for the recipe.
Okay, so for our first out-of-home ad, we wanted to do a coaster that would be passed out at bars and restaurants. So similarly to the print ads, we wanted this advertisement to be another way consumers can see, save, and share this advertisement and the recipe contained within it. So we felt what better place to advertise the opportunity to make cocktails and mocktails than at a bar or restaurant, somewhere where you might be consuming something similar. So the concept here is the coaster would be placed down at the bar or at your table, and you would have the opportunity to take it home with you and again save the recipe for later. Just like on the print ads, the back of the coaster will have the QR code leading consumers to more Perrier recipes on the website. And here you can see it mocked up on a table and underneath a glass. So our second out-of-home advertisement is an interactive bus stop billboard, and the concept behind this is the screen will be filled with moving pieces of different fruits, and the fruits correspond with the flavors that Perrier provides in sparkling water. And then at the top, the words read, "Slice the fruit for a yummy recipe." The purpose is for the viewer to use their finger to slice through the desired fruit. Once sliced, all the fruit begins to fall to the bottom of the screen as a recipe begins to swipe down. As the fruit begins to reach the bottom, a Perrier can also appears on the right side, and the next screen leads with ingredients for the chosen flavor cocktail, followed by corresponding steps. So the final screen then offers viewers the option to enter a phone number or email address so they can save the recipe, as well as the same QR code to scan to receive more Perrier recipes on the website. So here you can see that kind of laid out side by side. And then here mocked up on the bus interactive station.
For our guerrilla marketing campaign, we wanted to think of an inexpensive but creative way to show off all of the flavors that Perrier offers. So we decided to place each flavor of the drink on a different crosswalk piece. So each one is representative of a single flavor. On each piece, there's a cocktail glass with a gradient within it that has the brand color that correlates with the flavor. Each of these gradients begins with the brand color and fades into black, so it fades into the background nicely. At the bottom of each piece of the crosswalk, we placed close-up images of the fruit that the flavor represents. We did this because we wanted to represent how fresh tasting Perrier and its flavors are. Lastly, on each piece of the crosswalk, there's a can of Perrier, and each piece has its own flavor. The background of the crosswalk piece is a black to white gradient. We originally planned on making the backgrounds black, but then we realized because roads are black or gray, this wasn't necessarily the most safe thing that we could do. So we decided that we would make the backgrounds white because white fits in with our minimalist aesthetic, and it's sophisticated, but it's not dangerous. However, we wanted the pieces to have some dimensions, so we used a black to white gradient as the background for each piece.
So for branded product placement, we wanted to choose a TV show or a film that is known for incorporating mixed drinks and cocktails into several scenes. This would make the appearance of a Perrier mixed drink more natural and just naturally go into the script. The Bachelor is known for their dramatic cocktail parties. Every episode you see them drinking, there's only adults on the show. So it was a show that is very popular and also naturally can incorporate Perrier drinks. It also reaches our target audience. The demographic of The Bachelor is mostly women aged 18 to 49. Perrier's initial target audience before we came in was around 24 years old. Our target audience is women aged 45 to 54. So this captures Perrier's previous target to maintain that target audience while also capturing our new target audience. So this show allowed us to showcase the product several times, have the logo appear several times on the screen, and it's subtly included in the scene. So it doesn't look odd, unnatural. It's just something that would normally happen in the show anyway. Here are 3 images of how the Perrier cans could be placed next to the already mixed drinks in a cocktail scene in the show. Here's some more images. And then this is how a script of a cocktail party could go. For example, before the cocktail party starts, the host can say, "Please enjoy your drinks provided by Perrier." And when the girls are talking, when they're sitting down on the couch talking, that's typically not scripted. It's just kind of what they're talking about, the drama unfolding. But the shots where they cut away and they're like in the room talking to the cameraman, they could always say, "Oh, now at the Perrier cocktail party" or something, because that part is a bit more scripted since they're sitting in front of the camera talking to staff. So it's very simple to put it in and it could appear several times.
Thank you for your attention throughout this presentation. Let us know if you have any questions or need any clarifications, and we hope you are pleased what we have come up with for your brand. Thank you.